Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play series for Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'm S.A.N, and when we last left off, we were mostly just exploring Hyrule and filling in the corners of the map, and doing some side-related content to side quests. We'll be doing a bit more of that today, but we'll also be getting back on track to take on Faron, and I'm going to put a notice in the video and in the description of this video. Please stick around to the end of this video. I have an exciting announcement for everyone. I also should mention, I did one thing off camera. For those who are wondering, I mentioned that I missed a stamp spot up here in Hebra. I went and did that because I didn't know how long it would take. It didn't take too long, turns out. But I did it off camera anyway. And I'm also going to here to Luberry's house to upgrade the sword again. This time I actually will upgrade the sword. Alright, so 10 more might crystals gone. I don't know how many more of those we're going to get, in all honesty. Might be enough to upgrade the bombs, but the sword and the bow are going to take 20 now. I don't know how many of those we're going to get. So we're probably almost done with this. That's fine. Alright, before we continue towards Faron, there's one more thing I want to do in Jebel Waters. There's one side quest that gives a very important reward I want to do. Also, it's kind of another mini dungeon, like the Eastern Palace I did last time. So we're going to go back there. And, oh, a cat. Well, let's talk to the cat first. Yeah, I have a magic outfit that lets me defeat the cats. That I insist on wearing. It would be interesting to find out what cats think of us. Okay, so she wants to make a smoothie for her friend. Okay. Warmick Spatial? Okay, no clue what that is. A cat does his things in its own time. Yeah, that's true. Alright. I don't know if we're going to get to that. Yeah, this is the guy, I think. The guy is talking about his ship. Alright, I guess I need to water block up to him. There we go, alright. Yeah. You remember when we were in here last time, there was a sunken ship off to the southern corner of these waters. That's where we need to go. Yeah, he's been making repairs to it since slow work, but he's getting there. Except now it's been infested with electrical monsters. Sounds like those Bari we encountered before. Apparently needs someone to deal with the situation. And that's going to be us, because, well, we are the main character. That's how video games work. Yeah, don't worry, I'm sure we can find somebody to get in there. Yeah, eating fish all the time would probably get quite samey. You want a bit of variety in your diet. I understand. Alright, yeah. So the Zappy Shipwreck, that's where we need to go. But first, this treasure chest. Alright. Alright, let's head towards the ship. Swimming in crystal blue, cool water. That'd be so nice. As I mentioned previously, there's been a bit of a heat wave in Canada at the moment. It's dying down now, but still. Yeah, this ship I mentioned before. Alright, so we need to get inside. And first, let's have the Chompfin eat these monsters for us. Yeah. I'm amassing quite the sum of rupees. Don't worry, there's going to be a use for those going forward. So we just water block up onto the deck. And now binding spell the hatch, I assume, and pull it off. There we go. Stairs leading down. So like I said, this is a mini dungeon, kind of similar to the Eastern Palace we encountered last time. And just like last time, there's a boss fight at the end of this. This isn't a very big dungeon, and it's not very difficult either. Most of the monsters we've encountered here before. And no match for my Wizrobe. There we go. Alright. Down these stairs. How many decks are there on this ship? Usually not that many on an actual ship, but, well, this is a video game dungeon, so it might be different. I mean, this is very, very, very roomy for a ship. Historically, there was not very much room between decks of ships because they had to be, well, stacked quite tightly together. Oh, good, more Tektites. Actually, I considered trying out the automaton I got from Dompe. At some point, I might show it off just to demonstrate how, you know, not very good it is. But I didn't do it here. But yeah, the Tektites reminded me of that. Yeah, something else they're reminding me is that there's no real point in fighting battles you don't have to in Zelda games. Again, this is not an RPG where we level up and get experience points and stuff. We just need to get to where we're going. More rock potatoes, which I'm definitely never going to use. Alright, looks like we're going underwater now. Alright, looks like another 2D underwater maze. These aren't too complicated. And in the dark. Yeah. Well, we've dealt with these before. I still have some, bubble potions, I think they're called. The ones that you breathe in the water longer. Still have a couple of those. I might end up using those at some point. Ah, there we go. Bari. An enemy that I haven't really seen in Zelda games since, well, we had some news last week. The Ocarina of Time is being remade, and that was the last time we encountered them, so that put that in mind. Oh, yeah, that's how long these beds take for you to heal. Yeah, that's fine. Up we go. Electro apples. I probably should have made some electricity proof potions if I thought of it, but that's fine. I'm sure it's not going to be too big of a deal in here. Alright, so we have to bring this statue over there, and we need to get some elevation, so water blocks. What? Why is it going off to the side like that? Oh, now it's skipped. Alright, now there should be no... Yeah, there we go, fill the gap there. Alright, it's gonna take a little bit of finagling, but this isn't too difficult. Go there, drop it. There we go. These Poes, we haven't seen a Poe in a long time. Alright, so there's a vulnerable wall there. This is the reason I don't use these things very often. They basically just spend their entire time running away. Not a very good protective monster to some. They're fast, unfortunately. It's just, the Wizard's just missing now. There's too many targets. Sorry. Oh, I thought. Oh, can I place one bomb at a time? Apparently. Alright, there we go. Bomb this wall, and we'll see it through there. Yeah. No point in messing around with this thing. Alright, I'm guessing there's a whole bunch of blocks we need to move. Presumably you got a treasure chest. Oh. Yeah, he's not very good at attacking blocks. Alright, there we go. I kind of want to pull the middle one out. Okay, pull the chest out instead. Alright. The bomb should take care of it all. Except the tallest ones. Alright. Oh, no, I want the other one. There we go. And my reward is a gold rupee. 300 rupees! Wow! That's a lot. Alright, let's just swim through here and not bother dealing with these things. More money! Only I had something to spend it on. More rupees! Wow, I've been quite generous at the moment. No, we're gonna find something to spend it on now. Oh, and here we go! Boss fight. This is, Barinade, essentially. Which is yet another callback to a boss fight in Ocarina of Time. You'd think I would have planned that, but no, I just found out about the remake last week like everyone else, though there were rumors to it before that. But they put a lot of effort into making this game kind of fitting for an anniversary year for Zelda. Alright, so what we have to do here is quite similar to the boss fight in Ocarina of Time. We have to take out the Baris that are orbiting it, like a carousel. The wizard can help with that. It will, on occasion, shoot out homing spears of electricity and create a massive field of electricity on its own, and we have to avoid the Baris, which will, of course, electrocute us. After which point, we have to attack the main body. Fairly standard Zelda boss fight tactics. Of course, we are in water, and all the water will conduct electricity. Fortunately, we're giving it 2 targets, so it has to decide which one of them to shoot at. Unfortunately, as you can see there, it will spawn new Baris to defend itself, and it's indestructible until we get rid of them all. So the Wizard's spells are good, but first of all, it will sometimes cast at the main body itself, and second of all, its casting time for spells are a little long. So I'm gonna give it a bit of help here with the bug. There we go. And now, hack away. Alright, phase 2. Phase 2 doesn't introduce many changes. The main difference is Barinade now moves around a little bit. Not very quickly, but it does mean we have to be a bit more careful as more and more of the area is covered with electricity. No longer confined to the center of the room, obviously. Some magic arrows will help here. I'm just gonna let my energy meter run out because I have potions designed to replenish them, so I'm gonna drink those. Now, I'm gonna start shooting again. coming flying from that! Fortunately, it doesn't have a lot of health. And it goes down pretty quickly. And we get another heart piece. Yeah, bosses out in this game that aren't in a main dungeon give heart pieces instead. And a lot of rupees. Wow, we have 1,000 rupees. So we're gonna find something to spend it on pretty soon. So we can go tell that guy we got his ship liberated now, and he can go back to repairing it. Alright, let's go get our reward then. Alright, a quick swim back to Seaside Village, and we'll get a reward, and then we'll continue on. Alright, here we are. Hey! We got your ship liberated from Barionade. Well, at least didn't have to go inside Jabu Jabu's belly this time. Yeah, that was us fighting a giant electric jellyfish. Yes. Well, I'm glad to see he has his spirit of adventure still at his age. Yes! Empty bottle, fairy bottle. There we go, that's 3. There is a 4th one, by the way. And in case you're wondering why I went back and got that stamp stand, it's because it's related to the stamp card quest. Yeah, at this point I think I'm starting to look around for places I can actually get fairies. I know there was somewhere around here that gave one out, but I don't remember where it is. So I'm going to go on a slight tangent here while I try and find it. Spoiler alert, I don't find any. That's fine. I will find fairies as we go through the game, but with 3 fairy bottles I feel like I should at least try and find some of them, even though, like I said, I don't think I've died yet. Though apparently I did lose a fairy at some point, so clearly something knocked me down to 0 hearts. Even though the fairy revived me, so that still doesn't count. Ah, there's Sam. A bunch of side quests there, apparently. Yeah, I don't know how many more side quests we're going to do, because we're nearing the end of this game, as you can tell. There isn't much left. There are a couple rifts, though, I might do. Just because doing so will help level up Try and might make the rest of the game easier. So like I said, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going back to Southern Beach. Which isn't going to amount to anything. There are no fairies there, unfortunately. Yeah. So, this is a pointless tangent. That happens sometimes. I'm also just 1/4 heart away from getting a new heart container. Alright. Here we are. Remember this place? Back at the start of the game? Yeah. I don't know why I came back here. There were no fairies. I do remember fairies orbiting a pond early on in the game, and this is what I thought of. I thought this area was all as water. Yeah, I'm realizing it's not this place. I'm thinking it's down there. Also not the right place, or it may have been, but there was no fairy this time. I do have that fairy accessory that helps you find it every time I cut down grass, but I'm not wearing that at the moment. Yeah, this is it. Fairies usually don't show up where monsters are. There is, however, this mini rift here. Like I said, we should probably take care of this. I know everyone's so excited for me to get to Faron. We will get to that today, but I'm going to deal with this rift first. Alright, in we go. Alright, 4 areas to search. Alright, that's one of the medium-sized ones then. Ah! I really wish I would stop doing that. Okay, there's one right there, but we have to deal with these things first. Also, I'm pretty sure that the things, these little, I don't know what they're called, but these little shadow blobs that attach to you and then spawn a bunch of enemies. I don't think the enemies that they spawn are based on the echoes I have. At this point, it could be anything because I have tons of echoes. But I think it's based on the area that they're found in, like whatever monsters are in that region. Because that was a bunch of spear-throwing moblins and keys. Alright, that's one. Ah, there I go again. Ah! Okay! It's a good thing I don't take damage when that happens. Alright, let's go this way. Usually we need to search the corners. That's where they like putting them. Oh, there we go. There's one. Spear moblin. Nope. And some sword-wielding moblins. And a rope. None of whom are a match for my Wizrobe. However, I do have to stay out of harm's way while it cleans them up. Alright. Yeah, just take care of the last monster. No, can't reach it, fine. See, this is why I want to level up Tri a bit more, because the Wizrobe takes all my Tri points. Alright, that's 2 down. No point in killing that rope, so let's continue. So, let's try the north end now, I suppose? Someone had a lot of fun designing these folded space diorama sections for these distilled world. Oh, okay. There's a PF up there. Let's avoid that. Let's get as high as we can here. They like putting them in elevated areas. Ah, there's one. Alright, just make a water block bridge over to it. No, oh, that wasn't. Ah! There we go. Alright, 3 down. One more. And it's probably. Ah, there we go again. Alright. Yeah, let's clear this. And. They're being really picky today. There we go. Ah, there it is. Wasn't well hidden. Alright, and that's 4. Now Tri can fix this rift. Okay, really close to level 9 now. Not quite there yet. Alright, 2 more bright crystals. Curious to see what we get there. I don't remember what we get at each level, obviously. I don't remember if we get any more tri points, essentially. Can't remember if it caps at 5 or not. 5 does sound like a nice round number. A lot of things in games stop. Alright, is there anything in this region now? It's been added to it now that I've dealt with that rift. No? Okay, I'm just gonna go on. Okay. I guess I felt like I spent enough time doing side content stuff. We're not quite done yet, though, because I'm gonna find some new things in a moment. Mainly because we need to go through another region of Hyrule to get to Faron, and there's gonna be stuff in that region to do. So, we're gonna start heading towards the southeast here. Towards Lake Hylia. Ah! Spawned Keese, and they went into the water, and they drowned. As you can see here, we're going to find another mini rift to deal with. And since I'm thinking I might get up to level 9 by doing this one, let's do it. Besides, I feel like it should be our goal in this game to deal with as many of the rifts as possible, not just the big ones. And I think we're almost done with all of them anyway. Alright, here we go. Alright, Troy, how many in this region? 3, so this is one of the really small ones. I don't think we've encountered any of these with less than 3. Oh, wow, they're being really generous for us to start with. Alright. Distant summon a Trumpfin into there, and it'll it'll make lunch out of these fish. As soon as it stops spinning and showing off. Oh, I actually got one that time. There we go. It just jumped out of the water to its death. Alright. That's one down. Alright, looks like I have to head up now. Yeah, keep following the water. More shape water magic with my water blocks. Ah, there's one. Underneath that rock. Yeah, these mini ones tend to have fewer monsters, I've noticed. Alright, just pull that out of the way with bind. That's 2 down. Alright, presumably the third one is back the way we came with that other fork in the water area there. Yeah, that way. Here we go. So it should be this way somewhere. Wow. There really are not that many monsters in this one. A couple of spear-throwing moblins, that's it. Alright, I'm guessing it's in that isolated area over there, so I need to form another pathway up that way with my water blocks. There we go. I've done that many times before. Ah, there it is. Okay. We need to pull this out of its hole. Yeah, it just has to move upwards, I suspect. Oh dear! Yeah, okay. Nope, I am underwater still. Alright, that's good enough. Ah! That was Z targeting there, or ZL targeting, I suppose. It's not both of them. It's been Z before. Again, Ocarina of Time. It's been L when I switched to the GameCube games and been stuck with that for a long time, and now it's both of them. I imagine someone at Nintendo thought that would be funny. Or maybe they felt it was conveniently placed. Anyway, regardless, we now have the third and final Dark Sphere, and trying this friend can fix this rift. Alright, do we make it to level 9? Yes, we do. Alright, level up. Oh, we do get another tri-point. Alright, now we have 6 tri-points. Hey, I can finally summon something besides just the Wizrobe when I'm using it. Nothing very effective, but still it's nice. And a couple more Might Crystals. I'm pretty sure 6 then is the cap, because I do not remember us getting any more. Alright, so... And I don't remember how many more levels try and go up. Clearly you can go up more because there's this one more rift to do. I think we're in pretty good dealing with most of the rifts. Alright, so this place is now restored now. We might as well finish exploring it before we move on to Faron, since Faron is that way anyway. Alright, another big rock. We need to bind that to us and move it. And not a heart piece this time, just a might crystal. No, literally a singular might crystal. Well, halfway there being able to upgrade it again, so we'll definitely be able to at some point. Alright. So that leads back the way we came. There's probably not much that way. But they do like hiding things in these elevated positions. Why was that? Huh. Why was I pulling it down? Or was it my Joy-Con that did that? I thought at one point it might have actually got... the Y button got stuck. I don't actually know if that actually happened or not. Okay, but... or if it actually did happen, or just I was pulling it down too much, who knows. Anyway, here's something. I miss these bombable wall secrets in Zelda games. They used to be everywhere. I know they were kind of in Breath and Tears a little bit, in a way. But still. I miss the whole it's a secret from everybody thing. Alright, treasure chest. Sure, we'll call that milk, and, well, it probably won't be fresh after how long it's been stored in there without refrigeration, but whatever. We'll just take it and move on. This is a video game. And not worry too much how that would be like in real life. Alright, oh, another cave. What's in here? I'm hoping to find another heart piece soon. Okay, this looks like where we came out originally in the intro. Yeah, that was the staircase that collapsed, and this is the thing we got from... Yep, okay, another golden egg. Haven't really been using many of those recently. I've got lots of potions, so I'm good. Alright, let's finish up exploring the lake region, and let's move on. Okay, there's a big island in the middle of Lake Hylia. If this is anything like A Link to the Past, which it has had several references to so far... Okay, there's a warp point here too. There's something important here. Let's see what it is. Yeah, we're also not very far from Faron. We'll be heading there after this. Fairies! It's a fairy fountain! Oh, good. We can come back here to a bunch of fairies when we're running. And conveniently, there's 2 of them. Alright, if I remember correctly, this is the Wishing Well of Happiness in A Link to the Past, where we threw rupees in to get upgrades. Alright, looks like it's a more standard fairy fountain here. Actually, a very nice design for the Great Fairies. She looks so bored! Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, she looks like she's half asleep. That's what it looks like. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, she's the Princess of Hyrule. Ah, here we go. I knew there was a way to increase our number of accessories. Alright. And I assume it's going to cost us something. Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna charge us. Okay, so she's doing it. We have to pay her. 100 rupees. Yeah, that sounds like the Great Fairies or something. Okay, she adores rupees. Yeah, that seems to be their theme these days. Alright, yep. Blowing magical fairy dust on us. Right, can we increase it by 1? You can wear more accessories now. Can we increase it again? Yeah, okay, except it's now 3 times the cost. Alright, so, well, good thing we have so many rupees. So now we can equip 3. If we can keep doing this, we're going to get quite a few bonuses, because these accessories give us some nice little enchantments to help us out. Yeah, okay, so we can keep doing it. Sure, give me a 4th. 500 now. It's getting expensive. Yeah, I imagine she's going to love us. Hi, Dad. It's Zelda. We're going to need to, you know, break into the royal family reserves of rupees here. Why? Well, I met a fairy, and she's going to let me wear tons and tons of magical accessories to help me save Hyrule. So, I think it's a good reason. That's not going to happen. But, at the very least, we can now equip a whole bunch of accessories. 4, to be precise. Alright. Well, I want to keep the damage reduction. Fairy appearance. The fairy flower is good. Rupee appearance. I mean, I might need that, considering if I want to upgrade this again. Looks like there's room for one more, I think. Alright. So I can jump higher, I can swim faster, find more fairies, and I take half damage from everything. That's a good start, at least. Alright. On to Faron now. I think that's the wrong way. I think we had to go down that way instead. Alright. Yeah, we need to go around this bend here. And then probably up the waterfall. They're not going to let me do that, so I might need to go up this way. Oh, there's a fish chasing me. Oh, that's too close to the waterfall, apparently. Alright, another shaped water passageway. Oh, that's right, I can summon another one of these now. I can have 6 water blocks at a time. Wow, even more of Hyrule's gonna open up to me now. Alright, so I think I've explored most of this region. Just a bunch of moblins up that way. Yeah, they're guarding against steel turrets. Just nothing is ever worthwhile as in those, so. Alright, I think this is the last region we have to explore, or one of the last ones. The Faron Wetlands. Alright, yeah. Definitely got the warp point. Alright, so the rift looks like it's in the north region. It's actually pretty close.
Hi.
Okay, yep. Electric monsters everywhere and strange creatures who called me a bumpkin. Okay. That's interesting. Seems like we have only one way to go at the moment. There's a heart-shaped lake down there. That's probably a place where they put a heart piece. Probably gonna need to go there at some point. Oh, Deku Scrubs. Okay, we haven't seen the Deku Scrubs in a long time. This is giving me a very familiar feel to the southern swamp in Majora's Mask. Okay, apparently this is a pretty big region. Apparently there are multiple rifts. According to what Tri just said. Okay, there's a frog and it seems to be singing. Oh, is he making it rain? Alright, let's see here. A Dripatoon echo. Yeah, okay, so it sings and then it rains. Huh, well, that's an interesting magical ability. That might come in handy at some point. Alright. This is a big region, but it looks like we can head straight to the rift. It's not going to be that simple, I know that. But we should probably head there first to find out what's going on. I'm not a Deku Scrub, thank you. I'm fine. I know where I am, I know what Deku Scrubs are. Usually, they're trouble. If anything in previous games is to go on. Okay. Another one of these Dripatoons. Oh, I remember these little things. It's Paris. There's a lot of Pokemon references in this game so far. I mean, the shark, Chompfin, resembles Sharpedo. Null, the enemy of this game, clearly resembles Haunter. And now we have a Paris. And of course, there's a whole bunch of other less apparent ones, but they also are in there. Well, they're owned by both. Nintendo owns both games, so why not? Hoarder. That's what those things are called? Huh. I've seen them since, I think they've been in the game since about, Link's Awakening? Is that another one? Are all these target mushrooms gonna be that? If it is, it's really easy to spot them. They're supposed to be ambush predators. It's not gonna take you by surprise if that's the case. Okay, we're clearly getting closer. Spider webs, is it? That's never a good sign. I think we're here. That's clearly a sealed door. And these two are clearly some sort of guards. Alright, try. Whoa! That is massive. That rift is larger than, I think, all the ones we've dealt with thus far. Combined. Yeah, I'll see if I can make it. Alright, is it like that because I've waited so long? I mean, that would be interesting if Nintendo programmed into the game. That, you know, the longer you wait, the region you visit last gets worse and worse. But it's probably always been like that, isn't it? Still, it would be nice to think they did that. The sweet spot. What in the world is that? A city. Sure, we'll call this a city. It's a rainforest. Serves all-you-can-eat treats. Members own. Okay, some sort of members-only club. We need a membership card. Yeah, I'm seriously getting a lot of familiarity with the Majora's Mask at this point. Spider webs. Well, I mean, there's a pretty famous Legend of Zelda boss monster that takes the form of a spider, usually. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Little spiders. This is probably a Goma larva? Oh, they shoot spider webs in this game. Okay. I need to watch out for that. Oh, that's interesting. The webs actually leave like a web on the ground. They don't just hit you. Learn the baby Goma echoes, how they create hazards. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I think I know what our boss for this region's gonna be. Oh, the Buzzblogs! I remember them from A Link to the Past. You might remember them from my Let's Play for that series as well. Seems like they generate an electrical field just in the water in this game. Alright, I think that was another dripper tune my Wizrobe just took out. So yeah, normally you hit them with a sword and you get shocked. But I guess in this game they also, because Zelda doesn't use a sword very much, or have to, they decided to have them generate electrical field just in the water, I guess. Ah, that's interesting. It's nice to see so many classic Legend of Zelda enemies getting some love. Alright. Wow, the rift is pervasive here. Look at all this. What's the sign say? Deku Scrubs smoothie shop. World class. Alright. This one looks fancier. Oh, it's the original one! So this is the original location. Alright, that's interesting. Well, it's nice to visit these sorts of places. It's always nice to see when you meet the original spot of a franchise and the original owner can be there. Yeah, we should probably make a couple more potions. I did use a few, yeah. There we go. These, the potion that heals both my health and my energy. Kind of like the blue potions of old. I kind of miss some of the older potion styles. These new ones are good, but I kind of wish they kept some of the old ones. It was always fun going to the potion shop in Link to the Past and making sure to stock up on green potions and blue potions. I've almost never bothered with the red potions. The fairies are better than the red potions, but still. The more modern Zelda games don't have those sorts of classic potions anymore. They have new ones, and I know change is important because otherwise, you know, if things remain static, we just stagnate. But it would be nice to see some of the old potions again. Also nice to see the magic meter make a comeback. I really enjoyed it when it showed up again in A Link Between the Worlds. And Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, I've been stocking up on potions, so I'm pretty good so far. Apparently, we're the only ones buying potions in this region? Huh, guess we made this day for that. Yeah, I did, I just went there. Yeah, I have. Glad to see a fellow smoothie fan. Arrows of the cotton candy bandwagon. Okay. How are they going to heal themselves if they're not buying potions? How odd. Oh no! They're eating spider webs? No, that's not cotton candy, you fools! It's spider webs. Oh, they know it's spider webs. Why are they eating... What? Okay. I just want to point out that's also 2 games in a row that Goma, I assume it's Goma, has been used, giant spider as Goma, definitely Goma, has been used as a food supply for one of the other peoples of Hyrule. It was the Gorons last time, and now it's the Deku Scrubs this time. I am not going to be eating spider webs, Try. You don't even have to worry about that. Spider webs would be absolutely nothing like cotton candy. I just want to point that out. Alright, what do you want? What's got to be kind? They do realize that's not exactly, you know, a greeting or anything. It's usually an insult. Yeah, well, it's a rainforest. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, monster makes a sound, it rains. You're gonna want me to summon the Drippertune Echo I got. Alright, well, I can take care of that easily now. Alright, just need to crack open my old spellbook here to find it. There it is. There you go. To be fair, rain on demand that you could conjure magically would be very useful. I mean, think about it. We'd never have to worry about droughts ever again. Yep, could easily put out fires with that. Could help cut down on the forest fires that we're having lots of in Canada recently. I think I've just inspired another young mind to pursue a career in monster scholarship. Well, that feels good. Alright. So, I think we've covered most of the north. Let's head starting south, I guess. Alright, what's this building? This looks important. Oh, it's a prison, apparently. Alright, can I go inside? Maybe someone of them has a membership card? They can't let you in. Alright, fine. That's clearly going to be important later then if they're not letting me in now. That's how video games work. Yeah, okay. We've dealt with the northern region. Let's head south. Oh, look! Another stamp card. Alright. 2/5 of the way there. I remember some of these guys from Link's Awakening. Which makes sense. I mean, this game is built on the same engine as the remake for Link's Awakening. Alright. Faron Echo. Another one I'm basically never going to use at this point. I mean, come on. I have the Chomp Fin, which is better in water, and I have the Wizrobe, which is better out of water. I remember these little flowers that spit poison pollen at you. Yeah, they're also from Link's Awakening. There was a swamp region in that too. Okay. Yep. Fortunately, the little pollen clouds they spit out don't go very far. When it's frozen like that, it looks like a really big block of ice. I was hoping I was going to hit both of them. I like it when it goes in a straight line and gets both. That's fine. Alright, and this is a giant Gopunga flower echo. I mean, it's big, and I imagine the poison pollen might be useful, but it doesn't move. Alright, the rift looks like it's that way. Let's start heading this way. Besides, I think I mentioned it before, there's that heart-shaped lake down that way. That's probably a place where they put a heart piece. I know how Nintendo thinks. Well, this Drippertune is really hampering these Ignisols. They can't light their can. Oh, I see. There's a treasure chest behind that there. Oh, fairy! I already have full fairies, though. No time to worry about this now. I'll come back to that later. Getting there. Yeah, I really want to start heading down towards this heart-shaped lake thing. Alright, a cave entrance is worth taking a detour for, though. Alright, there's a heart piece. I want that heart piece. I'm not leaving without that heart piece. Then I'll give me an extra heart container. I'll bring up to 13, which I think is how far I got last time. So clearly I'm getting more heart containers, more heart pieces this time than last time. No, okay. can't go up that way. Have to go around, I guess. Another 3D underwater maze section. Oh, is that an Armos? Yeah, it is. Oh, wow, it's too heavy for me to move with Bind. Right, I should probably drink some of my bubble potions here. Yeah, otherwise I'm going to run out of air again. Right, found some here. Oh, that's right, I can have 2 Chonk Fins some at a time now. They cost 3 Echo points each, and I have 6 now. And wow, is this ever not... Okay, well, it makes sense that a shark's teeth is no match for a stone statue. I think its back is his weak point? Yeah. They've had the backs be the weak points of these things before. Armos. Alright. Might come in handy? I don't know. I haven't really been using the Darknet much either, so it's kind of got a similar purpose. Right, need to use these air pockets. Oh, okay. I can't just swim through it. Wait. Is this thing actually not able to harm me? Huh. Not taking any damage. Okay, but it is blockading me quite well. Yeah, I can't distance summon that way, but if I distance summon over it, maybe? Nope. Well, the Chomp Fin might be too big. The Wizard could teleport behind it, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to drown. Need something else. Hydrozol, maybe? Probably not. No, it's not gonna work. Alright, that's getting me nowhere. What do I need for this, then? Some other underwater echo. Maybe that piranha is going to come in handy because it's smaller. Yeah, I assume you just... Yeah, he just drowns. Well, no way I can just water block around him. There's not enough room. Okay. Baris, maybe? Will their electric field reach behind the weak point? I don't know. Okay, on the other hand, they're just not going to, you know, do anything. Alright, I need something else. Something else to get through here. What else is there? Maybe the piranha? I just get it. Or maybe the bombfish would have worked. Well, it doesn't matter. The piranha gets behind it by doing absolutely nothing, but it works in my favor. There we go. Alright, that took a while. Let's see what's up this way. Hopefully not more Armos. Alright, more of those dragonfly things. I think we're getting close to where the area where the heart piece was. Alright, so I need to move this rock, but if I go down that way, it'll just be blocked, so I have to drag it up with me. Alright. Yeah, I think I have to put it in this little upcropping here. Oh, alright. That's kind of working. Yeah. Alright, just put it right on that ledge. There we go. That's out of the way. Okay, oh, now there's 2 of them. Alright, so I just have to drag them into these little parts here, but I should probably drag the first one further away. And I'm also running out of air. Probably should have drank the second bubble potion at this point. There we go. Now I'm going to do it. Alright. There we go. Now we should drag the second one into spot and it should be perfectly fine. I hope the heart piece is still this way. Because I'm not leaving without it, as I said. Not when I'm this close to getting a 13th heart container. Oh, okay. I just need to reposition this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I keep trying to use the map to see where I am, but it doesn't work in here. Oh! An underwater Lizalfos. Alright, you take care of it. I probably should have summoned the second one. Okay, treasure chest. Underwater treasure chest, that's rare. More rupees. Well, I may eventually need to get another accessory slot. Maybe. Lizalfos level 3. They could have come up with a more inventive name. Resistant to fire and also at home underwater. Alright. Well, maybe the Lizalfos level 3 will eventually replace my Chompfin. I doubt it. I really like the Chompfin. I like the big Megalodon shark. Okay. I didn't get the heart piece, so I'm going back in there. Alright, so clearly I missed something when I came through here last time. Let's see if we can get a closer look at this. Yeah, so where the dragonflies are? Is that where it is? Yes, I don't think of doing that. I don't think of using the C-stick to look around in this game because it's a top-down Zelda game, and I'm not used to that being a thing in them. The top-down style is almost always reserved for older titles. This is the first one we've had in a long time that does this, and I'm just not used to it. And there goes my last bubble potion. That should be fine. I don't think there's many underwater sections left of this game. There's not a lot left of this game. Alright, swim through here. So once I get this will give me 13 hearts, which is I think what I finished with last time. Alright, my wisdom should easily be able to take care of these dragonflies. Which means, assuming there is only one, there's definitely at least one more heart container, because there's another dungeon still to do, and there's a dungeon boss at the end of that dungeon, which means I get heart container. Doing that math, that leaves, will bring up to 14 heart containers, which leaves 6 I'm missing, which means there's 24 heart pieces I'm missing. That's quite a bit, and I've been all over this map. I mean, it's usually 2 complete rows. However many is in the first row is usually how many is in the second row. There we go, I just need to sum it up that way. So that means, yeah, I'm short 24 heart pieces? Huh. Anyway, apart from that tangent, I have an interesting little puzzle solution here. See, I'm gonna fill the gap up there with water blocks. Then conjure 2 more here to make a little shape water passageway that I can get through. And now it will go underneath me and I can get to the heart piece. Ah, it doesn't disrupt the water blocks. That's nice. Alright. 13 heart containers. And now I just shoot it in the back several times. There we go. Now it's just a simple matter of swimming back out the way we came. Yeah, so like I said, quite a few heart containers I'm missing, heart pieces I'm missing. Because I do not think there's any more... Are there any? I don't think there's any more... Well, that's not true. The end game, but the end game dungeon usually doesn't give you anything at the end of it, because it's the end of the game. Anyway, we'll move on from here from now. Alright, we should be almost there. Oh, there's a stamp thing up that way. Alright. Let's grab that. 2 more. I need... Alright. Whoa, lots of spider webs, lots of monsters. I'm just gonna ignore them all. We're getting to the end of the video. Alright. War point, and I think I finally reached the heart-shaped lake. Or, heart-shaped puddle. Alright, looks like there's a couple rifts in this region. This one definitely is one. Oh, did someone you know fall in there? Okay. Okay, apparently this Deku Scrub is trying to meet their sweetheart here. Yeah, and they seem to try. This is the worst possible moment to ask this Deku Scrub about the membership card. But I will anyway, because I think I have to. Membership card? Yeah, I'm kind of going through some... Okay, that Goma is shooting spider webs at me. Alright, well... Can't go around that way. Seems like a good place to stop for the moment. So yeah. We'll save here for now. And we're going to pick up next week, by going into this rift and seeing if we can find a membership card to get into into the sweet spot to deal with a massive rift in this region. I suspect there's a lot more to do in Faron than that because this is so big. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and please join me here again next time as we continue our adventures in Faron. But before we get to that, as I mentioned, I have a special announcement. So as you can see here by this little image I put up, as I mentioned, we're getting a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake this year, some point. And I thought it would be an interesting idea to give you a bit of a preview what I have planned for my next Let's Play series, which is obviously going to be The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The original Ocarina of Time, because we don't know when the remakes will come out. And as I thought as a special treat for that, I'm going to see if I can beat the game, Ocarina of Time, before the remake comes out. I fully expect the remake to come out sometime around Christmas because it is coming out 2026. There's no firm release date yet, though. And that makes me think that it's going to be end of the year, and that means it makes sense for a big video game release like that to come around Christmas time, when people are thinking of things, what they want for Christmas. Nintendo has done that lots of times before. So, my plan is to try and beat the game before it releases, which is, I mean, it's kind of a nice little thing to try. Admittedly, that's not going to be too difficult, because if it is the end of the year, I mean, it's only June now. I have 6 months to beat it. Well, 5.5. Besides, I am going to also be before anyone worries, I'm going to be finishing up Echoes of Wisdom first, because I don't want to leave a project undone. But I thought I'd give you a nice little preview of what my next project is going to be for my next Let's Play series. So yeah, we're getting a Legend of Zelda double build this year. First time I've done that. But I like the Legend of Zelda series. And as soon as I saw the remake trailer, I thought, you know what? It would be fun to try and see if I can beat the original before the remake comes out. I'm pretty sure I can. And once the remake comes out, I might play that on my channel as well, because I'd probably be a fool not to. So I hope you all look forward to that. Expect that sometime whenever we finish Echoes of Wisdom. I expect maybe 3 or 4 more videos out of Echoes of Wisdom at this point. I don't know exactly. Don't hold me to that. But yeah, so sometime probably in July or August at the latest, we'll be moving on to do Ocarina of Time. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you look forward to this project I'm going to be working on, which is just another Let's Play for me. But it might be a bit more for you, because some of you might be the first time you played the game, and it's going to be the first time I played the game. I mean, I played it before, but it'll be interesting to revisit it before the remake comes out. Alright, so with that, goodbye, everyone. I'll see you again next time.